Hello, 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 and welcome in. Welcome to Living It with Sandra James. This is Sandra James, and I want to talk a little bit about ostomy pouch filters. And if you are an ostomate and you have any input that you would like to share about ostomy filters, I would love to hear from you today. This is a topic that I have never, ever discussed before. Hi, Jackie. Welcome in. I'm random again, but I'm here. And so I want to talk about these ostomy filters and I want ostomy pouch filters. And hopefully, ostomate will come in here and share their input about these filters. Now, I've been having, as you know, Jackie, I've been having my ostomy for over a year and I've never ever talked about these filters. But today I went back and pulled out some of the older pouches that I have used in the past because I want to talk about these filters. Can you put a heart in the chat if you can see this? Because I'm outside and I'm getting a reflection. So, but I hope that you can see this. And I have it upside down actually, but it doesn't matter. I just want to show the filter. Can you put a heart in the chat if you can see this filter? See this bag that I'm holding in my hand, this pouch, Jackie? Oh, you say I see it a little. Okay, let's see if we can kind of, I don't know. I see a reflection. But can you see this little black dot right here? This is activated charcoal, this filter right here. And the filter goes all the way around the bag. And so I looked it up because I never really actually paid any attention to the filter before because it wasn't moving me one way or the other. Put it up against your black shirt. Okay. Can you see it better now? And let me scoot up some so you can see. Nope, it's still more reflection. I'm just sitting in a bad spot. But you can see it. So this is activated charcoal that they use inside the ostomy pouch. And for this particular pouch, which is a Coloplast, this is a Coloplast ostomy pouch. And I actually have it inside out. It's not the whole pouch like this one. Well, it is the whole pouch, but I have it turned inside out so that I can show this filter. So, hey, Grant, welcome in. How you doing today? Happy hump day. I'm talking about ostomy pouch filters, which is something I never discussed before. And so I want to talk about it today. So I looked it up because all this time that I've been using the pouches, I've never bothered about it. I never questioned it. And I never really hear any talk about it. So it says here, so I'm looking it up on my phone. It says here that the primary function of an ostomy bag filter is to allow gas to escape while managing odor. So this activated charcoal, that little black dot that you saw, the activated charcoal is supposed to neutralize the odor and keep the gas from escaping from the bag. And it says it's also to prevent pouch ballooning. So if I'm passing gas in my bag, the bag will balloon, and kind of blow up and be full of air. And then that's why people burp, we burp the bags. In my case, I've had that experience maybe twice where my bag ballooned. So now I'm believing that the reason why I never really experienced ballooning before is because of this filter. So maybe the filter does actually work and maybe it does do something to help prevent odor from gas coming out of the bag. Jackie says, hi, JC, welcome in. Jackie says charcoal probably does work for that. Yeah. Yeah. So I never really thought about it, but I've never talked about it, and I haven't ever heard anything about it. So today is the day when I decided to talk about it. So it's supposed to neutralize odor and prevent ballooning, which the ballooning, I believe, welcome in Mama Vite, welcome in. Can I have, okay, I'm just going to keep moving. I'm not even going to do that. So yes, neutralizing odor, automatic release, it says. Many modern pouches, such as Hollister pouches, and I have a Hollister pouch here too, I want to show you. The Hollister pouch and the Coloplast Sincero Mio, the one I use, to cover it while they're saying to cover the filter while you're bathing and while you're swimming, to keep it from getting wet. So I've never done that. Anytime I've been in the pool, I've never covered the filter. Well, that's not true. I have covered the filter before, but I did that because I used the deodorizing lubricant in my bag. And sometimes right around the top of it, right around here, it'll look a little stained because of the oil. So I have taken, they give us these little sticker things that we put on here, and I cover this little activated charcoal thing here. But other than that, I've never given it any thought. So I was hoping to hear from someone. Yes, please like the video. I was hoping to hear from someone who has paid attention to the filter, who knows a little bit more about the filter and can speak to how it actually functions. But as far as I know, the filter, it's never been a burden to me. And I guess it really did help with the gas and the ballooning, because I think the whole year that I've had my ostomy, I've only seen it balloon twice. So maybe there are benefits to that, but I really don't know one way or the other. And so I intend to talk about this a little more as I learn more about it. But let me show you the filter that's on the Hollister bag. And this is a transparent bag and something that I had from the very beginning. Grant says, very amazing, all that's involved in the process of having an ostomy. Absolutely. So their filter is up here at the top, and you can see it. This little black thing right here. And it also, I'm not sure if this one is activated charcoal in here, but maybe so. But it's a good thing that I've never had any problems with, even before the deodorizing lubricant in my very early days of having an ostomy. I never experienced odor coming out of the bag. So perhaps there's more to the filter than meets the eye. I never really given it any thought. Let's see, I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, let's keep moving. So, but there's something else I wanted to share that I've had in my possession for a really long time. Now, you all have always seen me with the barrier ring, the little beige round thing that I use and that I put on before I put my bag on. So this is also a barrier ring, but hopefully let me see if I could turn it to the side. Hopefully you'll be able to see this, and I'm gonna do this live again when I'm inside the house, so you can really see. You see this little flip thing right here? So this barrier ring is from a company called Ostoform. And what this one does is, with the little flip, okay, let me see. I really want you to see this. Can you see that little piece sticking out right there? So this is supposed to, when you put this on, welcome in Johannesson. Welcome in. Um, it's supposed to, when you wear this, this is the flip is to and they call it Ostoflow, I think, or flow assist. Flow assist is what it's called. And it's supposed to help your output move to the bottom of the bag. So I have used this a very long time ago. I mean, like maybe 8 months ago or something like this. And I have a ton of them. But after that one time that I used it, I never used it again. I don't know why. Maybe I forgot about it. But this is really interesting barrier ring. And I was thinking, since I ran across them and I found them in my box of things, because I have a lot of different stuff that, I acquired over time. I decided to, hi, Patrick, welcome in. Please hit the like button when you come in. Um, I'm going to try it again. Now, with my output being thick, opposed to someone with an ileostomy who has a lighter flow, a more fluid flow and a looser flow, it may work miracles for them. But I'm going to try it again and see how it works with my output. But they call it the Flow Assist. It comes from a company called Ostoform. I'm not an affiliate of Coloplast, Hollister, Ostoform, or any other supplier or manufacturer for these ostomy bags. I just share information because I actually use ostomy bags. I'm an ostomate, and so I use ostomy bags, and I want to share information and share my experience with having them. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm sharing. And I believe that this little guy right here, this barrier ring, is awfully thin, though. And maybe I'm going to take it apart and see. So I took the film off of it. So this is what it looks like. And then so you put this around your stoma, and then you have the little flip thing right there. Welcome in, Debbie Sue. How you doing today? It was wonderful to see you with your sister yesterday. So thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate that. So yes, this little flippy thing is supposed to help your output move further down into the bottom of the bag. And I don't remember my experience with it because it was too long ago, but we will see how it goes. So, how are you guys doing today? I just jumped on here. I'm waiting to pick someone up. And so I'm hanging out. I've been to the park. I went to Exposition Park today and did a little bit of walking. Exposition Park is in Los Angeles by the Los Angeles Coliseum, if you ever heard of that place before. It's a historical landmark. Exposition Park has been around since before I was born. And as you know, I'm chapter 64, so I've been around a while. And so I went over there today and I walked in the Rose Garden and I took a couple pictures. I went and picked up some guys that I hadn't seen in a long time, and I brought them along with me, and we had lunch, hung out for a little bit, and then I went over to the park. Doing wonderful, did my walk around the block this morning, and that set me up for a good feeling today. Amen. That's good. That's good. I've been having some great days. I've been having some great days too, Grant. And I'm really excited about life. So I did a video, and hopefully I can get it all. Well, I will, because I've never missed a Monday and I've never missed a Thursday. So, and I'm discussing the update for the neuropathy, where I am with the vitamin B1 supplement and where I am with the magnesium supplement. So I'm going to edit that and get it out there for tomorrow. So I had a beautiful day so far. Everything's going well. I had just got these filters on my mind, and then while I was getting these older bags, because these are older bags, and I had this one inside out. Um, while I was pulling them out, I saw the Ostoform Flow Assist barrier rings. So I was like, well, let me talk a little bit about them too. So hopefully some of my ostomates will see this live, and they'll chime in on the replay. If you are on the replay, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for liking this video and sharing your comments with me. I appreciate you. And I just want you to know that I am living well with my ostomy, even though there are challenges that comes along with living life with an ostomy. Sounds like you had a good time in lunch. Yes, it was really, really a good time. Well, thank you so much, Arush. Welcome in. I, I'm wishing you a great day as well, wherever you are. Hi, Christian. Christian, welcome in. Long time no see or hear from. I'm looking forward to more videos from you. How have you been? What's going on? And we need to be talking. It is so good to see you. Yes, yes. So I was just sharing, Christian, about the ostomy bag filters and what their function is supposed to be, and if that function is working for me or not. It's a filter inside the bag, and done everything possible to this bag and demolished it so that I could pull this filter out. But one thing I do, welcome in, Kendi K. How are you today? Happy hump day. One thing I can say about the filter, when you put it up against this filter for this bag, this one little slot right here. Let's see if I pull it back here. Let me see. This little black dot you see, that's their filter in the Hollister bag. And then this filter, it has the activated charcoal little button right here. But this entire ring is also the filter. You walked almost 2 miles today? Awesome. Look at you. You be getting it in and have lost 16 pounds. I'm so proud of that. I'm so happy that you share that with us, because we really want to know your progress and know what you're doing and how you're coming along. So I appreciate that. That's awesome. But yes, so this filter, it goes all the way around. So Kendi K, I was sharing that I had never talked about the filters in the ostomy pouch before and what their function is supposed to be. So does the filter control leaks, odor, or both? Okay, so the filter, I just read what they said about it. And so the filter is supposed to, with this activated charcoal, is supposed to, when you have gas, or when I have gas in this case, when I have gas, the filter is designed to keep the gas neutralized so far as odor, but also keep the gas from coming out of the bag, even though, the gas is in the bag. It keeps the gas in the bag and not allowing the gas to come out of the odor to come out of the bag. And it is supposed to do that. And I was saying that maybe it does actually work, because I've only had ballooning. So it's supposed to keep the bag, also when you have gas, keep the bag from blowing up, getting big. And I've only had that experience twice the whole year that I've had my ostomy. So maybe it does actually work for that, but I thought that there wasn't really any other benefit to the filter. And so I never really gave it any attention. But Christian says, I used to use Hollister catheters. I wasn't impressed with them. I can see probably why you weren't too, even though I don't know anything about the catheter, but the Hollister bags, I've never had a leak, Candy K, with any of the bags. So, but I don't think that the filter is to prevent leaks. I think it's just to control the gas, the odor, and prevent your bag from blowing up. But now I've seen several ostomates over a span of a year who talk about ballooning all the time and have shown on screen where their bag had ballooned. So I don't know for sure if it works for everyone, or if at the time that they had ballooning that they had a filter in their bag, because every bag does not have a filter. The company that I use, Coloplast, they have the filters, but they also have bags that do not have filters, and they also have bags that have the that are drainable pouches, and they have closed pouches that don't have drains. So it all depends, I'm thinking, on what bag that person was using. And I really can't say, and this is my first time really talking about it, but I intend to do a little more digging deep into it, just for the sake of being able to share information with everyone else. So I'm doing Q and Sophie's April walking challenge. Oh, a mile a day. So you got on? They've been on the challenge for a minute. So that's so cool. I wish I could have done it, but I don't get out enough to, keep up with the daily. I'm random whenever I'm walking, whenever I'm rebounding, whenever I'm exercising or anything. It could be any time of the day or night, whenever I get a chance out of that day to do it. And so that's why I also have been talking about getting more organized with my schedule, so that I can be synchronized in how I do things, so far as exercise, walking, eating, working, and engaging with my husband, and engaging with YouTube, and engaging with the other people in my personal life. So I'm still trying to get that organized. But yes, I have some miles to make up. Yes. But you could do it, and you've been doing great with the Tai Chi. I call it Tai Chi. You have a great setup from the car. Well, I finally gotten some of the stuff that I had in my car. I finally got it out. I still have two carts in here, have some other stuff in here, but I'm just moving it around. Yeah, Tai Chi. That is how I say it too. Okay, yes, Tai Chi. So you're doing that, you're walking, you're on an awesome and really great journey. Christian said, I need to get over my fear of posting a video. Christian, you will come about it when you come, and you're probably going to be nervous every time until someday you're not anymore. But I think we all are nervous when we come on, but we just come. But if you have something that you really want to share, Christian, just share it. And I have seen a couple of your videos, and I'm always looking for you to do more. I always want to hear from you. And Kenny K say, just do it. We are all small and new YouTubers. Absolutely. And no one is looking for perfection, because there is no such thing as perfection, right? And perfection just means maturity, and growth. That's how I look at it. But yes, Christian, you have a awesome testimony. You have a story to tell, and people want to hear about it, Betty. There's somebody, who is that girl that sung that song? But yes, and Kenny K, I don't know if you was here when I was talking about the flow assist earlier. Yes, you do, Christian. So, come on, and you got supporters. I'm here. Rhonda's there, and you have a lot of other people that will support you and cheer you on. And you'll get the people in your life and in your feed and on your videos who want to hear your story and who are going to appreciate your story and your shares. So please, I don't want to pressure you though. So that's why I'm not saying, come on, come on, come on. But uh, you're really awesome. And I really would love for you to come on out because you have supporters. So Kitty K, I wanted to share this barrier ring because just in case you missed it, I don't know exactly when you came in, but it's like the barrier ring that I use, except this one is called Flow Assist, and it has a little flip here. Let me see if I can bring it up. Oh, there you can see it pretty good now. So this is on the barrier ring, and what this is supposed to do is help your output as it comes out to flow down into your bag. And I found these this morning when I was pulling out these old ostomy bags to talk about the filters. And I have a ton of them. And I used it one time about 8 months ago. I don't even remember what it was like to use it or if it actually worked. I don't remember. But I'm going to, since I pulled them out, I'm going to use them over the next couple days. And then I can do a review about it. And other people who may be interested in it will, if they don't know about it, they can learn about it and find out about it and then acquire it. So I just been pulling stuff out of the archives and, different things that I have not shared since I've been on YouTube and since I've had the ostomy. So I'm just bringing everything out and sharing everything. So I also shared that I walked today. I went to Exposition Park. Has anybody ever heard of Exposition Park over there by the Los Angeles Coliseum and where I think the next Olympics will be held at the Los Angeles Coliseum, which is a historical landmark in California? Yes, reviews are the way to go. They are helpful to so many. I believe so, and I need to do more. I need to do more. But I just got on that one product. I finally found something that I liked, and I just kept going with it. And so I had to pull everything back out and start talking about these things. Heard of it, but not been there, JC said. Yes, historical landmark for sure. And so I was in there. The Exposition Park is famous for the Rose Garden. So I walked through there. So you'll get to see some of the clips and footage that I got from there this morning. And there was also the Science Museum, but the people that I went with were that I picked them up. They didn't want to go into the museum, and then I had to run anyway. So we didn't go inside the museum this time, but we still was able to have lunch and have a decent moment. I hadn't seen these young men that used to help me when I was vending, putting up my tent and stuff. So I just really picked them up so that we could just have a few moments of reconnection. Yes. The Olympics will be in LA. I will plan. You're gonna plan for that? Oh, girl, and I don't live nowhere from where that is. So I would love to have some of you guys come down and maybe we could go and have some fun and do some stuff. The International Rose Garden in Portland, stunning. I love flowers. I like flowers a little bit. I love the way they smell. But the only thing is, I get bummed out, because even after you've had them in the vase for a while, they still die, which is a bummer. But I was talking about growing some flowers in my backyard when I get this fence put up that I want. I've never been to the Summer Olympics. Oh, I've been one time, but it was like 100 years ago, I think in the 70s. and I was super young, so I I barely remember. So I intend to be there when it comes back. Yes, yes. So I'm out here waiting for my husband, and we are going to go and have some early dinner, I guess, and just hang out for a little bit before we move on and into the night. But I just came up. I feel so blessed. I came up this morning. I finished my work at I went to work at 7, I think 7 in the morning, and I was finished by 9. I was like, oh my goodness, I am out of here. And I just jumped in the car and just took off. And so now I had a beautiful day. I really had a beautiful day. I pulled something frozen out for dinner. And I hate this little dollar sign right here because it always gets in the way and I can't see. Your early dinner date. Yes, I'm going to have an early dinner date with my husband. So I'm going to land the plane again, and I will see you guys later. I may have to come back on because to talk more about these filters, because I really don't think that the visual was good because of the light and being here in the car. There was a glare, so I really want to share more about the filters. Personally, I don't know a lot about them, but I can share what Google says about them and share my experience or lack thereof with the filters, and then these barrier rings. They're called fluoresces, and the company is Ostoform, which I've never used before. You take care too, Debbie Sue, and I'll be looking forward to my story on Friday. I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully, I can pop back on tonight. I really hope so. And I'll see you guys later. And thank you so much for stopping by. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.
Living it strong.